Well, hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Three Crones and the Woo Woo. My name is Gayle Nicholson with Creative Command Coaching and Consulting, and today I'm the traveling crystal crone. I am in Detroit at the Detroit riverfront. You might be able to see the Renaissance Center behind me. I don't know, but this is a prettier, greener view this way. To my side today, we have Miss Damaris Samolinski with Ask the Genie with Damaris Samolinski, and today we have supporting us from below Miss Krista Ducharme with Dimensional Healing with Krista on Facebook. Wow, we are all switched up today, aren't we, ladies? How you guys doing?
Doing great.
Yep, doing really well, thanks.
Fantastic. Hi, Harry. Hi, everybody who's joining us right now. Come on in, have a seat, make yourself comfy. We got all kinds of cool stuff to talk to you about today.
Yes, we do.
So bring me up to speed, ladies. I have been in fantasy land for the last 9 days. What's the real world up to?
You've been screaming, right? Your voice sounds like...
I'm lucky I have this much. Okay. It's been 3 days since I screamed, and it's only this. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. That's awesome. So it all went well for you in Vegas?
Yes. Oh, yes. 2 weeks, I planned this like little thing to sing to Barry. We did a couple of press releases. We got coverage on 2 local TV news morning shows with subsequent internet blog coverage. We had 140 people on the live during the live stream.
Wow.
We had over 1,600 views within 24 hours.
Wow.
You know, just the group itself is up over 150 members. We have people watching from all over the world. It was absolutely incredible. I would do it again in a heartbeat. We had so much fun, and so many people were so happy to have something to do as a group besides just go to the concerts. You know, it's literally, there are people that have known each other from concert going for 40 years, 50 years. And the only time they get together is when they go to a concert, you know?
Easy.
And no, it was absolutely phenomenal. And for those of you who don't know what the hell I'm talking about, I went to Vegas to see Barry Manilow this weekend, and it was his 80th birthday celebration. So again, you got people coming in from England. We had somebody from Belgium. We have Germany. We had all over the world that came in to celebrate this particular weekend, and it was phenomenal. I got videos up in the group.
Doing it, you know,
what?
I can't believe he's still doing it at 80.
Oh my God! And the second night, there's a portion at the end where, at the end of a 90-minute concert, where the stairs come out of the ceiling, and he runs up the stairs to go dance in front of the people in the balcony. I'm like, I can't put my feet on the floor in the morning without turmeric. Are you kidding me? This man is 80 and running up staircases. You know?
Inspiration, you know,
Yes,
goals.
Absolutely. Oh, trust me, I'm inspired. I'm going home and work out.
In a drink?
Yep, I get it. So yeah, no. So while you were at your concert, I spent 3 days at Pink Pop, which is a huge rock and roll pop festival here in Landgraaf, Netherlands. Nice. And so we got to see Pink,
like pink, right?
Like
oh
Pink.
My God, I'd have been in my glory too. Yeah.
Like Pink. Yeah, we saw her. And her daughter Willow came out and sang as well.
Oh, she's got a beautiful voice.
She really does. She really does. And so she came out and sang, and who else? we saw a variety of people. I saw One Republic. Sorry, I have lots going on. My house is full. Okay, I'm full. I am full of people here.
Nice.
And we have doors open because it's been so hot. And so I can't like lock myself in anywhere and people are coming in and out. So it's going to be kind of chaos. I just, I'm flowing with the energy, just flowing with the energy. That's all I'm doing. So yeah, so we saw, let's see, we saw One Republic. We saw this band. They're called War Paint. They're an interesting band. They're more local, I found out today. And then let's see, we saw they begin with an S and they're from Ireland. In my mind, it's going to come to me here in a second. But yeah, we saw a few people. Oh, someone I saw who I'm kind of like, oh, weird. Machine Gun Kelly.
Oh, they're letting him perform?
Uh-huh.
Right.
Maybe
I saw
never again.
Eminem on a live, Tim, a long time ago.
Yeah. So he was here singing covers, rock covers, or attempting to, and creating mosh pits, which is something that is like illegal here
Yikes.
in the Netherlands, and then climbing up speaker the scaffolding. He climbed up all the speaker scaffolding, which OPS, by the way, doesn't have anywhere to really put your body physically. But no, he climbed up and he just kind of perched himself on a rail.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh my.
I mean, I will give him this. The dude is a performer. He is.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah. And so, but yeah, no, overall, he was kind of a surprise for me. We had a disappointment. We were supposed to hear Disturbed sing, but sadly they had to pull out because their singer, he lost his voice.
Oh no. He must have been
Yeah.
at the Manilow concert with me screaming.
So he lost his voice, and that was kind of sad. But yeah, so I would see your concert stuff, and then of course I'm having my concert stuff. I'm like, now this is the way to party.
Right?
That's the way to
so
kick off the summer.
Yeah. I mean, we're still recovering. So the 52-year-olds though are doing better than the 20-something. Because we at least get ourselves up and get moving and doing stuff. However, it's like, yeah. Yeah, it's been crazy. It really has been crazy.
That's wild.
But it is. I mean, it's good. It was a great way to start summer and a great way to really, I don't know. It's a different vibe at a music festival than just a concert.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We had 30 plus bands over 3
wow.
days. Yeah. And there was a DJ that I listened to. She was pretty good. She did pretty well.
Who was that?
There was a DJ. It was a female DJ. And a couple of songs. She played music that was right up my alley. So I really appreciated that. And her blends were pretty good. When they overlap from one song to another. She did okay. She had a couple there. I'm like, I wouldn't have made that choice, but it worked.
Well, that's phenomenal.
Yeah, it is. So how much longer until you start heading back?
Well, I technically had started heading back, and then I pulled over for the show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I had a couple of stops to make this morning, so I didn't actually get out of Detroit as early as I thought. I was kind of hoping I would be at a rest stop in Ohio by the time the show time came around. But no, So we are down here at Cullen Plaza in downtown Detroit, where the band shell is, which, considering how you and I spent our weekends, Krista, I think is rather fitting.
It's
right?
fitting. It's appropriate. Yeah.
Absolutely appropriate. So, Damaris, what's the last musician you've seen?
In concert? Oh, Spanish. I love Mark Anthony. So
Oh, no kidding.
Oh, awesome. I love Mark Anthony
I
too.
love him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Okay, so I'm gonna do our question.
Yes.
Okay.
So, all right, now, Gayle, you can't say Barry. Barry's
Oh.
not allowed. That's not the answer.
Barry is the answer to everything.
In your world, right, Gayle?
That's right.
In Gayle's world.
Yes.
All right. So, if you could see anybody in concert, and have like a dinner or a private, that really premium package, so you have one-on-one time with them. And we all know Gayle would be Barry, but somebody other than Barry, who would you want? Who would it be? Pick anybody.
I like Post Malone.
Post Malone.
Have you heard of
Okay,
him?
so who wants to go first?
No, Damaris said Post Malone.
Oh, Post
I don't
Malone?
know who Post Malone
Post
is.
Malone.
Yeah. Who is that?
I've heard of them before, but who is it?
I love his voice. He's tattooed from head to toe, but he has an amazing voice.
Okay, what does he sing? What genre?
He sings, I don't know. I mean, he sings a variety. I'm gonna see if I show you on my phone.
Okay.
This picture. Hold on.
Yeah,
Gayle,
I've definitely heard of him,
yeah.
but I couldn't tell you what songs he sings,
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that answer, Ada.
Oh,
Lady
my
Gaga.
God. That would be fun.
For me,
That'd
it would be
fun.
Pink.
Yeah.
I think so. Lady Gaga's great, and she's so freaking talented. She really is. Okay.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
Post
I don't
Malone.
know.
He's
All
just
right.
got an amazing voice. Anything he
Excellent.
sings, he rocks it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I like that. Pink would be somebody I would enjoy having that one-on-one conversation with, mainly because her story of empowerment is just so inspiring. And especially with, it wasn't, as she likes to say, she gave her mother a run for her money. So, yeah, I'm sure it would be really interesting to sit and actually have, one-on-one time, and have a conversation with her. That'd be kind of cool.
I love how she so consciously mothers her children.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of us grow up with, it's just the way it goes in our family, right? And she's like, no, this is my intention as your mother. I'm going to love the out of you,
Yeah.
And that sometimes means telling you no.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? I love how mindful she is when it comes to raising her kids, and love as a verb,
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that would be really cool. So for me, I have to say, and I don't know the name of the singer, but the lead singer from Imagine Dragons, I don't know his name. And I mainly would find it interesting with him because his songs are just very personal, right? But he has no problem talking about his story and his struggle with mental health and various other challenges he's had. And I just think it would be kind of interesting to spend some time having a conversation with him. I mean, there are other people. The guy who sings Brown, last name's Brown. He sings Chicken Fry. And
he's a country singer.
Yeah, he is. I can't think of his name off the right now. I could barely think of my own name. So frankly, I think I'm doing well. Yeah. but he's another one. Zach Brown, the Zach Brown band.
Zach
That's it. That's it. He's another one. So one of the things that they do, and this is a concert I really would love to go, and I'll pay top dollar for it, because at least they were, I don't know if they're still doing it. They actually, as a band, cook for their audience, not the whole audience.
I was gonna say
you have to pay for this, as this part, I think, is it, but they cook for you, and that's part of their passion. It's not just singing, it's also cooking and feeding. And I'm like, that would be cool too. So yeah, I like sitting and talking with people. So there
Very
you go.
cool.
There's Pink singing Bobby McCree was amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me and Bobby McGee, have you ever heard her version of that song?
No.
It's really good. It's really good. Yeah.
I'll have to look that one up.
So anybody else besides Post Malone, Damaris?
Well, I love Elton John. I love him.
Nice.
Yeah.
That'd be a good conversation too, huh? Yeah.
That really would be.
Yeah.
That'd be an awesome one. Yeah, I like that. So yeah, no, I just think it's kind of interesting, since we had been rocking it with music this weekend, at least two of the three of us, it would be interesting to find out.
No, it's a great question.
It is. It's a lot of fun. So yeah. And I really don't have any follow-up questions, because frankly, my brain, like I said, it's like really much. And here's the really bonus part. I didn't stand near any speakers, so I can't blame it on that. And honestly, yeah, I really didn't drink too much. It wasn't, so I can't even say I sat, because we're walking distance from the venue. So yeah.
Nice. All right.
Yeah.
Well, then let's let Damaris out of the cage and go for it.
Yeah. All right. So we have the summer solstice coming up on the 21st. We also have Cancer, the sun going into Cancer on the 22nd. And also Mercury is moving from Gemini into Cancer on the 26th. So Mercury has been in Gemini for a while, longer than usual, but now it's moving into a water sign. The themes of Cancer has to do with home. Look at the carousel. The themes of Cancer has to do with home, security, protection, safety. It has to do with all of that. It has to do with relationships, close relationships, especially moms with the moms, or just personal close relationships. So, being that Mercury is in there is about making decisions about these relationships, making decisions about our home. What do we have to fix within our homes? Whether it's, like literally fixing something that's broken, or restructuring home life in whatever, fixing in whatever sense of the word, right? Because sometimes it's not just like something is broken inside the house and fixing it. Sometimes the relationships are broken inside the house and it's fixing it. So working on those things, they say that life is about relationships. So if our relationships are broken, obviously there's lessons that that we need to learn that we haven't learned. So it's about, sometimes a relationship can't be fixed, but at least you balance it and, you let them go. Sometimes family members as well. So, it is what it is. But also is the Cancer sign is a crab. So it's going also within, in the indwelling. And what needs to be fixed within, right? Because it's not just externally, it's also the indwelling. What do we need to fix? What do we need to work on? And it's going obviously within. It's like going like that crab and hiding until you kind of balance whatever needs to be worked through. Cancer has to do with emotions. It's water. So emotional, anything that's emotional, what do we need to balance? I always tell people that emotional maturity is so important so that we don't get triggered. I get triggered, and it's rough, but I have to work through it. And I'm like, okay, why am I being triggered? And so I always bring it back to me because I'm the one being triggered. So working on all those things, and also what needs to be birthed during this Cancer season. What do you need to birth? Like birth from within. So what about your life needs change, and what needs a new life? So all of those things are the theme for the next 30 days that we have to look into, and making decisions based on those themes. I don't know if you guys have anything to add to that before moving to the number, but really those are the themes of that, those signs in Cancer. The sun, Mercury, the solstice being also in there. So what are the things that we need to work on from within and in our family life, and what relationships, what close relationships do we need to balance that may be off or off kilter.
No, I don't really have anything to add to it, but I will be talking a little bit more about that when we get to my segment. How about you, Krista?
No, I really don't. I'm glad you mentioned solstice, since that is tomorrow.
Yep.
And so that is kind of I felt the energy between the new moon. I don't know if you did at the concerts, or your concert weekend, or 9 days. That you had.
A 9-day weekend.
Yeah, I mean, I felt that. And I also was feeling the energy of solstice at the same time. I could just feel that shift and that change was on its way.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was. And something else. So I'm going to digress slightly, but not.
Okay.
All right. So I went to Ping Pop, as you both know, last year and this year, and essentially it was the same weekend. But the energy of both events was extraordinarily different. Okay? Damaris, I was paying attention.
Ooh.
Now,
So what did you gather from that?
So honestly, what I gathered was Pluto, right?
Yes,
So
I was going to say something about that.
I am staying focused on Pluto.
Go ahead. I was going to say something about that too. Go ahead.
So because Pluto was in Capricorn, and it's about old, rehashing and bringing up that old energy, right?
Yes.
It was very interesting because that's what the concert felt like. And so, all right, I'm going to say something that probably won't be popular for a lot of people. But they had a lot of bands, like the Red Hot Chili Peppers, we'll just say for one, that, you know what, dudes, go find another job. Yeah. Seriously, you're done.
Yeah.
Hang it up. It was a great run.
But you ain't no Barry Manilow.
So it's amazing that you say that, right? Because now that, we have all of these planets, the sun, Mercury, we have the solstice in, all in Cancer energy. Pluto is in Capricorn, and it's opposing all of these energies. So definitely the collapse and then the rebirth of something new if this is not working, right? Because just like you said, it's not working anymore for them. Maybe they need to reinvent themselves. They need to do something different. And so that energy is exactly. You're saying.
And Machine Gun Kelly, he was another one. Although I do have to say, I really wish I got it. He kept talking about not wearing underwear. And honest to God, I wanted to get it on video because he was like, yeah, no, in these pants, I don't wear underwear. But don't worry, you won't see I won't be showing you my butt because I don't have one.
Maybe he was trying to be funny.
He was trying to be funny. He really was, but I thought it was kind of amusing. And I was like, Kevin, I'm sure he was like disappointed because he's like, you're always talking about underwear on the podcast. You guys should play that. We should I should find it. And then we could keep playing that clip.
But I love that you were paying attention, Krista. And
I really was.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Pluto is opposing in Capricorn. Capricorn and Cancer oppose each other. So that opposition is also causing a friction. So whatever needs to collapse has to collapse, and people need to reinvent themselves or restructure something within themselves. Also looking at protection, safety, and also peace. I'm going to say peace because, peace is something that is priceless. So how can we find more peace within ourselves, within our home environment, and how do we work on that, to create that? So all of that, I feel like for the next 30 days is something that, will be a focal point for that. So the energy of the vibration of the 6, so funny because 6 has to do with domestication. It has to do with home, family, friends. It has to do with animals. It has to do with nature. So how are we taking care of that? How are we protecting all of those things? Same kind of thing with that, what I was talking about with Cancer and all those, the planets in Cancer. It's all about it's about safety, protection. It's about nurturing. It's about restructuring, finding peace, finding tranquility. So it's like the number 6 and that energy of Cancer also kind of goes together, even though the number 6 is ruled by Venus. But it's still, Venus is all about comfort, love, beauty, which kind of represents what I'm talking about too. So the energy is very similar.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that is. That's good. That's good. So yeah, see, I am paying attention. I just want
you are.
All right. Well, here's something that we all need to pay attention to as well. All right, Miss Krista, let's have it.
How do you pronounce that?
Nuummite.
Nuummite. Nuummite. That's what it is.
Nuummite.
It's the numbstone.
It's a what?
It's the numbstone.
The numbstone, yes. Well, and it's only found in Greenland.
Okay.
And it's named for the location that it's found.
So whoever named it was shivering.
It probably. Yeah. So wait, I was looking at, hold on. Nuummite.
Yes.
I have the pronunciation right here.
Nice.
Nuummite. So yeah. So no, this stone it's actually a relatively, it's a newer stone. It's not one that's been around for long. And it is a metamorphic rock. So it's comprised of many minerals. And they're lesser known minerals. But like I said, it's found, the majority of it comes out of Greenland. And, I stand corrected. It actually was discovered in 1810. So It's been around for 200 years. I just don't think that it's one that it's been popularized.
Not a sexy stone like sapphires or amethyst.
It really isn't. So you are going to find it. So it's very funny. I was talking to Mama Crone, and she's like, I can't find that in jewelry. And I'm like, no, I don't think you will. It's not one of those ones you'll find in jewelry.
Well, that's compared to that one. If you wanted to wear one that's compared to that one.
Actually, it's not wearing one that's compared. Let me get into it, and then we'll go and we'll go down that road.
Okay.
So one of the things it has a pulsating vibration, or that's what it's described as. I have not worked with it in person yet because I haven't encountered it anywhere. But it's one of those minerals that is thought to hold the key to the secrets of Mama Earth. But here's the thing that it does for us as humans is it unlocks our potential. So it allows us, it really does. It unlocks our potential. It teaches us to live in that present moment and helps us to connect to what it is that our own inner truth, right? So it unlocks that hidden potential. As I said, it's a great protection stone. It's about new beginnings. It's one that if you do get it, and even if I find it, I would sit and meditate with it.
Yeah.
Now, one of the things that it was recommended here by the Crystal Council is that when you meditate with it, if you have Moldavite, meditate with both of them together.
Yikes.
Yeah, for me, I'm like, hearing that, I'm going, okay, that would definitely be a full mind-body experience.
Yes.
For me, because, but when you want transformation, sometimes those are the things that you need to like get into.
Yeah.
It works well with our third eye, which is of course about our intuition and our intellect and our own self-understanding. It works well with our solar plexus. It energizes us. It helps to stimulate that powerhouse, and it's a grounder. So it works with our root chakra.
Sounds like a wonderful stone.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I every time now, because it's come up every single year that we've been doing our podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, and it always comes up, I think, in perfect timing, because it is at that time where it's like you need to reflect within. You need to find your own inner, your inner voice, your inner vision, your inner peace. You need to expand your own personal awareness. You need to connect with who you are. So I always find that that's a great thing. It connects. So here's the funny thing. So it's an earth element and a storm element. And the funny part is we have storms rolling around us right now. I'm like, would you just hurry up and come over here, please? So I thought that was kind of amusing. I'm like, I really could use some storm right now. Now you're asking for stones that you could wear or use in that related. That would be related.
Yeah.
So Tektite is a related stone.
I have Tektite.
Yep, and septarine. It's the one that it looks like an egg.
I've never heard of that one.
And then
I have Tektite.
Trolltite, which is another one that it's related to, and purplerite, which I've never heard of. But those are the ones that it says that you can work with, if you have that. But Tektite, if you have it, you can work with that.
I have Tektite.
Yeah, because it's about just, connecting with your inner self.
It's so funny because the number 6 vibration also has to do with devotion to the self. And so that sounds like that too, because we have to be devoted to ourselves, in order to tap into our potential. If we neglect ourselves and we're just busy with everything else, we're never going to experience that.
No, and it's really important to do that. And with what you were saying about creating and stuff,
like rebirthing
and rebirthing, that's what you can rebirth yourself with each cycle.
Yeah.
People don't realize. I think people think, well, no, I can't change.
Well, the first thing that has to change is their mind, right? Their mindset.
Exactly. The mindset. That's the first.
Because if they don't change their mindset, they're just going to keep doing the same thing, over and over.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So, yes, but it is, if you can find it and locate it, I meant to look. Let me see. I'm only going to say because do they have this in stock? So I'm on the Crystal Council website, and I am not seeing that they have. My mom was also just at a crystal show, and she said she didn't see it.
But there
so that you
is
can see
jewelry
it.
available out there. We've
Oh.
got a couple of pieces there that are set. So just
Yeah, you
Google,
did.
since Mama Crone doesn't have some, find
Nope.
it the best you can.
Yeah, so if you really want, it speaks to you, grab some.
It
And
sounded
it is.
wonderful.
The color is like a blackish, bluish green. I'm like, that's very handy to know.
I have blue tiger's eye. That sounds just like, it has like those, colors that you're just mentioning.
Yeah, and I can only, when I look at a photo of it, I just feel I feel the weight of it. I feel the density of it.
Yeah.
It's not one that I look at and I feel light and airy, but yet I feel stimulated as well, in terms of energized. So yeah, but you definitely feel the grounding of it. I am not seeing it on the Crystal Council, but I would say go to Etsy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or eBay sometimes.
Or eBay, yeah, definitely. Definitely. Yep. But yeah, it's a great crystal to work with right now.
Definitely sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Well, sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Miss
Patreon.
Patreon. Welcome. Thank you to all our Patreon contributors and members. We invite everybody who watches the podcast to become a Patreon member. There are 2 levels. There's the amethyst level, which is what we call the citrine level, which is the level we say, thank you. You're helping us keep the lights on. And that, and you're supporting us, and we really love it and appreciate all the support we get from you. The amethyst level, you guys get extra time with us with Moon and Woo twice a month. So we would love to have you come and join our Patreon membership. And if you need more information, just message me and I will happily share.
Fantastic. Thanks so much, Krista. Hello. Oh my gosh. So last week when we were talking about showing up brightly, that's what I did. So this week I'm all about releasing those trapped self-sabotage patterns. And I identified one this morning. See, I've got this competitiveness that is like really, how do I want to put this? It makes me vulnerable to my frenemies.
Yes.
Because I see them going blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, well, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm like, why did I open that window again? Right? So there's one. There's one. So how can we release, here, let me get more comfortable here. How can we release those patterns that have us opening ourselves and making ourselves vulnerable to things that will take us down a notch or reduce our sense of self-esteem or whatever, right? So the number one thing, excuse me, forgive my throat. I earned this. I'm enjoying it and I claim it. It's mine. But here's the thing. The very best thing that we can do to release those patterns is to keep our well full up with self-care, right? Because when we are feeling like we have all that we need and more, right? There's no space to let that stuff in that's going to take away from us, all right? And it's also, here's the other thing, it's also going to reveal to us much more clearly, okay, where it is that we're not comfortable with being the best we can be. Because if our self-care well is all full up and we still have this pattern of, oh, well, let me take myself down a peg because this is uncomfortable, that's some really valuable information, right? What is it about phenomenal that you just can't sit with? And why not? Why don't you deserve, fantastic 24/7? Why don't you deserve to be happy all the time? Where did you get that second shoe syndrome from?
Belief that is impossible, right? People may feel
I
like
need you to speak up, Damaris. I can't hear you. Please.
It might be that people don't think it's possible.
Right. Well, there's a reason why, though. And it's not that they don't think, it's not just that they don't think it's possible, because they have to recognize that it's so for them to pull themselves back from it. So it is possible. They know it's possible. It's more along the lines of they're not comfortable there. They don't deserve it there. Somebody's going to take them down a peg, so if they better take themselves down first, right? So we got to look back. Well, where did that happen, right? For example, I've mentioned this before. My mother took me to have my IQ tested when I was 4 years old, figure out what kind of placement it was. I just passed this test and people were very, very happy. The adults that were around me were extremely happy with how well I did. I walk out of the school with my mother and some kid on the playground calls me an egghead, right? So I better take myself down a peg before somebody else sees where they could take me down a peg, right? So we want to release all of that. Marianne Williamson talks about the drawing of the man by Da Vinci and how it's got the 3 sets of arms, right? So you've got your arms downward, which is a grounding, like this is the dense humanity of mankind, right? And then you've got your arms out to the side, which is benevolent. This is agape. This is love for everyone. You can encompass everyone in a hug, right? So the next step is up here. Well, what's that? Wings, angelic wings. And what is it like for us to step into that realm of angelicness, right? Being a messenger for the creator, right? Beaming love to everyone, whether you mentally think they deserve it or not, right? How can we live in that angelic space, arms up wide, more often, and for longer, right? This Nuummite will really help with that because it has that, like Krista was talking, that density, that automatic grounding, right? It's not heavy, it's dense, right? It brings you into your center. Right? And then we've got the new moon energy coming up. We've got the solstice energy coming up. We're walking into the beginnings of true balance in the inside of the Cancer sun, which gives us that loving, nurturing, emotional connection to the world and everyone in it.
Yeah.
All right. Now is the time. Remember, during this next 6 months up till January, excuse me, we are going back and we're cleaning up all that rice on the floor, all that confetti, all that fallout from the drywall, all those little teeny tiny particles of what was before, so that we can get them the fuck out of here, right? And live the way that the age of Aquarius is meant for us to live, with brotherly love, caring about each other as individuals, not being subjugated and oppressed by those in authority over us, but by sharing the love of the Creator between each of us.
Yeah,
right?
I have goosebumps.
Thank you. So yeah, that's what we're stepping into, right? And we've got to be grounded to do that. We've got to stay attached to our third eye as well. We have to have that entire chakra spectrum activated and aligned in order to stand firm in the love that this entire universe was created out of. Right? Right?
Yep.
So, your assignment this week is to stay full up on your self-care.
Yeah.
Soak if you need to. Indulge your senses with beautiful scents and beautiful jewelry and flowers and color all around you, right? And then notice for yourself where you tend to want to escape from that, right? where you want to run away from things being absolutely phenomenal, right? Those are the areas for you individually to heal so that you can step into the age of Aquarius with all of the rest of us and feel just as loved as you are being loving, right? And to experience all of those moments without needing to escape, without needing to run away, without needing to medicate, without expecting that second shoe to drop, right? And to take it all away. Because only when we believe we already have nirvana will we experience nirvana. All right?
Also,
so let's talk about this today. This is today's card of the day. We have gone out of the pentacles and into the cups. But this is the 8 of cups, which means that we are walking away from something. We are walking away, and this separation is painful but necessary. So look, go back to the beginning of what I was just talking about, okay? Letting go, walking away from that bit of us that can't stand it when things are too good, right? This is what it's meant to be. This is paradise returned. We have to step into that understanding that this is what we were meant for. We were meant to be able to love each other unconditionally, endlessly, forever and ever. Amen. Right? And we have to step into that. We have to love as a verb, right? And we have to be willing to walk away from anything that is not that. Knowing, so it's painful. We'll survive and things will be better on the other side. All right. Don't forget, let me show you this again. He's walking away from the cups, but towards the moon. All right. So that means that what is in our future is hidden from us right now. It's to be discovered, to be revealed, right? We're walking into the darkness with the illumination reflected from the sun, and things will be revealed to us as we continue to walk forward. All right.
Awesome.
All right. Awesome. Now, we want to say congratulations, and I know we're going to finish this early, but I can't freaking talk much longer. Krista, she knows, she's been there.
Been there.
Yep. Today's winner. Congratulations to this week's Woo Woo Giveaway winner of the week, Doreen Thomas. I just realized I dropped an E off your name, Doreen. I'm so sorry. But you still win. And all you have to do is reach out to one of us 3 Crones and to get your reading. Now, for Doreen or anyone else who might not understand what I'm talking about, every week we give away a 30-minute reading from one of us 3 Crones, okay? So if you pick me, it will be an intuitive tarot reading. If you pick Miss Damaris, it will be a numerology reading. And if you pick Miss Krista, it will be a crystal reading. Whatever reading that you want, you just reach out to the corresponding crone and we will get you on the schedule immediately, if not sooner. And of course, for everybody else listening, all you have to do is reach out to us at any time. We've got so many more services than just those readings that we can help you with. And I know for myself, I can't speak to exactly what kind of discounts Krista or Damaris might be giving, but the discounts that I offer on my readings for members of 3 Crones in the Woo Woo, well, hell, it's worth becoming a member just to get them. Okay. All right. So, and I know that the other girls have their set up as well. It's a better world when you're a member of 3 Crones in the Woo Woo than when you're not. Okay. Awesome. All right. So thank you all so very, very much for joining us today. Thank you, Doreen, for being part of 3 Crones in the Woo Woo. Congratulations on your win. Ladies, do you have anything else to add before we close it up for the week?
What about you, Krista?
No, I'm good. I get it. I know where her voice is. And frankly, I'm sitting here, I'm going, okay, can I put any toothpicks in my eyes?
Well, I'll just add one thing. And you were talking about the age of Aquarius, and Aquarius is ruled by Uranus. Uranus is the great awakener. So it's time for us to awaken to ourselves, who we really are.
I love that.
Collectively together as one.
Nice. I love it. All right, my dears. Thank you to everyone who has a part in making this show work every week. My co-hosts, Damaris and Krista, Mama Crone, supporting us every week with whatever crystal that we pull out of thin air and talk about. And all of you who show up week after week and comment and be part of this group. Thank you so very, very much. Have a fantastic week, and we will see you again next time. Bye.